We are on the first floor of the LRC, and they have the place for tutorial services here in L101, and it's Friday, so it is closed. And consistent with Mesa College, we have the high-tech center on the first floor. And straight ahead, we have the Independent Learning Center, which we now call the Center for Independent Learning at Mesa College, which also has an open computer lab. Also on the first floor, there's an auditorium, conference room, and the AV department, which is where we'll be going later. Additionally, we have our administrative offices in L111 and L114. In this corner, we have the administrative offices of the dean, in addition to the PDC, which is the Professional Development Center. That is also something that the Mesa College Library will be housing soon on the 4th floor. Again, you have your admin offices and PDC on the first floor. And we have another sign directing us to the audiovisual department, which will come shortly. Okay. We are going to visit the library on the 2nd floor, and there's also a 3rd floor which houses classrooms. Okay, we are about to enter the library, and they are asked to leave food and beverage containers here on this table before entering the library. That is something Mesa used to engage in, but we discontinued the practice when we opened the coffee shop. Okay, so we're on the outside of the library at the circulation desk. This is the circulation desk, and this is the front entrance of the 2nd floor. And here we have our circulating collection section, also known as our stacks. And these are the modern call numbers. As you can see, they're nice and large, which makes it easier for the students to find the books that they need. And they also let you know that in the specific alpha section, what types of books you will find there. For example, in the D section, we know we'll find anything on African history. And on the E section, we know we'll find anything on American and U.S. history. So there's the stacks. And these computers are part of the online catalog section. Okay, and I'll quickly go to the very back so you can see. We're still on the stacks. Still on the stacks. And along this back wall, we have our carol. We have study carols here. And here's one of the larger group study rooms. And they take full advantage of the natural lighting for this side of the campus. Here we have another group study room. And again, we're still on the second floor. And the rest of this section is the quiet study area. And one thing you'll notice about the facility, it is not inundated with signage. Okay, we're now entering the east side of the library. And on this side we have, again, more study rooms. What a concept, study rooms for the students. We have more open study areas. And this is Friday, but under normal circumstances, you would see a librarian here at the reference desk. And this is an example of the call letters for the reference section. And booklets. We are still on the second floor. And on these racks we have our periodicals. And there's a casual reading section and a casual area to read. And here again we see more of our reference books, our encyclopedias. No food or drinks. They do not have a coffee shop in here. No food or drinks. Okay, we are now entering what they refer to as the information commons. And this is where they have open computers that anybody can stop by and use. And it's a pretty large section. And it's right next to the periodical section and the reference desk. And here we have our copy center. Okay, so this is the copy center, and it's right across from the circulation desk. Okay. And here, as you can see, we have printers. We have printers that need some assistance. We also have pencil sharpeners, more printers. And they have the pay-for-print system. This is our add value station. There is only one add value station here, and this is it. And because it is right next to the circulation desk, they have signage saying if you're unfamiliar with the equipment, please ask the staff at the circulation desk for assistance. And they do have a sign right next to the pay-for-print system advising people how to use the add value station. And They have a bill changer that works just like the one we had at Mesa College. As you can see, it is out of order. So this is pretty much it for the second floor. So again, it encompasses the library, the circulation checkout desk, because we have come full circle, so I am back at the circulation desk. And then we have our stacks at the very end. And when you go completely around where the sustainable lighting is, it brings you to the reference desk, more group study, and the open lab collection, and the copy center. Okay, here on the first floor again, we have the audiovisual department, which is right down the hall from the administrative departments. And they are referred to as AV Media Services. Okay, and how many computers do we have here?
There's actually no computers at all. It's all, these are just monitors on this end.
Oh,
We have monitors going 1 through 8 here, and then monitors going 2 through 8, split into 2 different sections.
okay. So you can have up to that many students here at a time?
Exactly.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So what we have here is we have 2 different sections of players. This section is associated, is section 1, so it's 1 through 8 on that one.
Okay.
This is the second section, 2, this is 1 through 8 in section 2.
Okay.
So what happens is if we have, we have each different DVD player right here. We also have VHS players as well. A student comes in, or a professor will put on reserve a certain disc that the student needs to watch, or
Okay.
multiple students need to watch. So we have, say, 3 students come in who need to watch whatever DVD happens to be in here right now.
Okay.
What we do is we retrieve the DVD. Instead of giving out 3 different DVDs to 3 different students, it becomes a lot easier. We just put in 1 DVD in part 1, and say the students are sitting in sections 1, 2, 1, 3, and 1, 4. So we go here, and we go to player 1, function, and then we go 3 to player 1, function, 4 to player 1, function, and then when we press play, it should show up on those. It's going to show up on all of them because it's just happens to be assigned to, all of them happen to be assigned to part 1, but
Okay. But bottom line is you never gave the student the DVD.
precisely.
Okay. And there are no computers, they're just monitors.
They're just monitors.
How cool is that? Perfect.
The brains of the system is this Atlanta system right here.
Okay.
It's a matrix switcher, so basically all of these different players are running into this system right here.
And it's called Atlanta?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Atlanta, and it's HDMI matrix,
Okay.
8x8 matrix. So all these different 8 players, you can send, if I want to send this player to this display, I can do that. If I wanted to send this player to all the displays, I can do that as well.
Okay.
It's the exact same principle with the second one here. It's just this covers this other side.
Okay.
So we never have to give students any discs. We do check out, headphones if they want to get, that way they don't interrupt anybody, while they're listening to something.
Okay.
So that, we can't have a bunch of people watching different stuff and get too loud.
Okay.
So they can check out that. We also have the remotes to check out if they want to do that as
So,
well.
so they can pause the media?
Correct. They, if they want to pause it, they can. Use the remote for that. We have the remote for each player right here.
Okay.
So, they would just have to they do have to point it over here and to pause it. But if they want to actually raise the volume or lower the volume or something along those lines, they can use the remote for the TV.
Without having to point it over here?
Correct. They can actually point it directly at the TV. You can see there's an IR receiver right here.
Okay.
And so you point it, or if they don't really need it, they can just go volume up, volume down here.
Oh, okay. That's the old-fashioned way. Okay.
Yes, there's a custom little feature right here made by Southland Technology, who was our integrator on this system. And it's just a little, it's a cable running, but it's nice because it's right at the front, so students just kind of plug in directly right there.
So what do they plug in there? The earphones?
Correct.
Okay.
Earphones.
Okay. And this is all within this room, so nobody else can come in here and say, oh, I just want to come and study, like use it as a
No.
group study room?
It's-
They have to come here to
Correct,
view
yeah.
media.
Yeah, we would direct them to the library upstairs if they wanted to do that. This is for
Okay.
students.
Oh, here's the sign. AV viewing area.
The only thing that we would ask you to keep in mind is something, integrators hadn't really done a lot of this when they installed this, so there was some unknown area. But closed captioning for analog signals, it's not going to get embedded. You can't, when you send the analog signal via, you upgrade it to HDMI and you send it there, the line 21 encoding isn't going to work because it's not an analog signal anymore, and that closed captioning signal is encoded
Right.
analog. So what you do is you have to do an encoder, or one solution is putting an encoder before you kind of upscale it to HDMI to shoot it out over, I'm sure it's over Cat 5 or Cat 6 or whatever it is over there.
I think probably Cat 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so, you do the encoding prior to that, and that way it's already burnt in like an open caption system, and then it goes there, and that's how we get around that system for them.
So they will see the captioning when they're sitting over there?
Exactly.
Okay. And notice, Devin, there's no computers over there, just monitors, so that would save us a lot. I mean, if we could recommend something like this, if once they move the AV downstairs, and these were the questions I had, where are we going to put the students? And this is it. These are all the areas they would go, but we would have to have a closed-off area like this because the rest of the library would impact their ability to.
I was gonna say, probably two ways. First, probably other people would bother them trying to listen to this.
Exactly.
But conversely, they'd be
And you-
bothering people with listening to this well.
Right.
Well,
Well,
they don't use headphones, huh?
they
Yeah,
do
yeah,
use
yeah.
headphones. We have
Oh.
headphones available for checkout,
Oh,
so.
you do? There's no question about sanitary issues and stuff like that? Because we used to have some of those, and then we quit because there was worries of, like I said, infection or...
Oh, really? We haven't had any issues, but that hasn't been an issue.
No problem.
That I haven't been made aware of that.
But you have to use the earphones or the headphones to
If there's somebody, if it's just one person in here, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Most of the students honestly have their iPods with them anyway, so
They have their own
yeah, it's
earbuds.
very rare that we have anybody check anything out.
It's very rare to see a student without earplugs these
Right,
days.
exactly. So they usually like to use their own.
Okay.
So how busy are you guys? I mean, obviously Friday, we know everywhere, it's a quiet day.
We're closed for students on Friday, so that's why we don't have anybody here.
Oh, okay.
But, it varies.
Yeah.
End of the semester, usually more because they have the reports.
So here's the counter, so we
These tend to
can,
be items that in effect faculty put on reserve, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So, now as far as what teachers want to check out, you've got a separate area, audiovisual.
We handle all media as far as VHS and DVD.
Okay.
We have our checkout area, so it's really convenient. We serve faculty, if they want to check something out. Students aren't allowed to check out anything. Everything is, they have to
Right.
view it in here. So for faculty, we have our DVDs here, and we have our VHS there.
So you got some VHS, you don't have any VHS equipment out on the campus, do you?
We
You have a little
do.
bit.
We have
Huh?
all DVD and VHS combo players
oh, still,
still. Yeah.
Because our new buildings are all coming in with just DVD players.
exactly.
The problem is the cost of converting it to, you have to buy the additional license and then you have to have it captioned as well, so.
Yeah, you can request permission to have it changed, but it takes a little time and everything else.
And that's a whole other,
Yeah, we have
we're
somebody,
familiar,
yeah, somebody who is beginning a project along those lines. How many, looks like you guys.
A lot of these are closed captioned too.
I'm just curious how many things you.
but they're all closed captioned.
Oh, they're
They
all
should
closed.
be. We shouldn't have anything that's not.
No, we're still getting that
Yeah, we're-
straightened out too.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, fun stuff.
right.
Yeah,
There's a fund for it, so you were saying that.
Yeah, you can go up to, what's that, DECT funding, DECT, up
Right.
at College of the Canyons, I guess it is. Up in,
And they still use their radios.
yeah, yeah. Well, we
For
need to
special
issue-
events, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So, now as far as, do you guys have any streaming video yet for faculty, or, I mean, you don't have any streaming databases yet, right?
No, not
Like
right
Films
now.
on Demand or Ambrose or
No.
one of those, Alexander? Okay.
Oh, you got, here, this is our AV storage area. So these, now that we've gone predominantly to smart classrooms, I think almost all, these get very little use.
Those like the booth or the mid-Atlantic cabinets?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, this is if, you know, a lamp goes out, we don't, for whatever reason, it's very rare that we don't have a replacement bulb, but if we don't, and they need something immediate, then we'll drag one of these out there and help them out. But otherwise, these get very limited use.
Yeah, this is Carlos's area right
Yeah,
here.
and getting less and less of that too, obviously,
Yeah.
as the new buildings come
Right.
online. Yeah.
And one thing that's kind of neat, although we have ICS, we do handle laptop checkout. So
Yeah, we still do too.
I guess we have a few.
Yeah, we have very few, but we have oh, you
it's
got a
another
nice
little
little.
thing we discovered at one of the trade conferences.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cute. You can
Yeah,
wheel it
it's
too.
very convenient for
If we're
us.
gonna move downstairs with something like that would be great, even though we only have 5, we can get a smaller version.
Yeah. In fact, IT, when they saw this, I think they got one as well.
That's nice, I like that.
Yeah.
We have here the official lecterns.
This is, yeah, I spent a lot of time specking and looking for the right lectern for Miramar.
Laptop
And I
storage,
found
what
this
a
one.
concept.
I think we're pretty much overjoyed with it. We worked with Public Information Officer, who's it?
Sandy Trevison?
Sandy at the time. And so she came up, you know, we asked, can you get us these parts right here? We got it. This actually moves up and down electronically, so it's very
You're
heavy.
taking a Constance. No, I'm just.
No. Yeah. Well, yeah.
She requested one
And
recently.
President Sheehan
Well,
as
you know,
well. You know, we have such a
certain height,
variation.
yeah.
That, yeah, absolutely. So there's a control right here. You can press and, you know,
Oh,
it goes
that
up
makes
and
sense.
down.
But this isn't
That's
the one
great.
Beth sent us a picture of. I like this one better.
It's nice looking.
Yeah, and
We love
plus,
this thing. Yeah,
because Constance
absolutely.
wanted one. Because when she
Oh,
comes to
really?
Mesa, she's so used to having that one from Mesa. So
Yeah.
they had some homework and she emailed us something last week, but it didn't look like this one. I like this one, but that one's adjustable
This
to
one-
different heights.
Yes, absolutely.
Makes a lot of sense.
So if you want to send me an email and just say, hey, do you mind, if you, I don't know if you already purchased it or not, but.
They just sent it last week, so maybe I can catch Beth before she
Oh, man,
buys it.
if you wanted to, I'd be happy to send you, you know,
Okay.
the contact. for who we did.
Pacheco, is that how you spell your last name?
Yes.
Pacheco,
Pacheco.
okay.
I can give you my card.
Cool. And so do you guys ever actually use this, since there's so much stuff, you don't really use that shed, do you? That door?
Oh, this shed?
Yeah.
Actually, we do.
Oh, really?
Because there's such a, you know, a turnaround of old product and new product.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime we transfer anything out, we assemble it right here when it's on the transfer list.
Mm-hmm.
They come by, we open this door.
Oh, so this is your ETD area too?
Really easy,
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, cool. Okay, I like these storage cabinets. Everything's so coordinated, you know? It's like,
Yeah,
it's not a
time
pole.
into it.
You should have seen, they gave us these things that looked like dog cages before. Really, and they came out to here, and we had no control, no room, and I think Glenn was the one that said, we need glass here because there's too much stuff. We need a visual inventory of it.
There you go.
We need to be able to look. And they said, it's too expensive, we can't do it. So we said, what about these cages? All right, we'll do that. We've got the cages that were ridiculous. So ultimately, we ended up getting what we needed, and it's very helpful.
Yeah, even this is a nice feature,
Yeah.
having the curved corners and stuff.
And look, they just asked me to compile a list of the bulb replacement before it, got completely transferred over. And if that's a perfect, easy way of tracking them.
Yeah,
Every time you replace a bulb, just write it down, and then whoever does the spreadsheet, they can update it at one time.
We do, as you can see, we divide it by bulbs, projectors that aren't for checkout, and then this is kind of all stuff not for checkout.
Okay.
Everything over there is stuff that is for checkout, so it makes it very easy with our work studies and anybody else. Never take anything from here.
Oh, you guys have all kinds of tripods in there too.
Yeah, Michael Gass, I took a picture for him.
Yeah.
He will drool.
Consolidate there. Cables, boy, you guys look so organized, looks really good.
Great, thank you.
I'm curious though, I'm just curious, where people think AV is going. I mean, do you think that, the Altoona system you've got there, is that, how you pronounce it?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. It looks great right now and stuff, but, is that something you think is gonna continue that way for years? I guess, if
Yeah.
you're streaming it out, first of all, you're cutting down on any potential loss, you're cutting down on people mishandling, the DVDs or anything. It makes a lot of sense to me.
It's great. Yeah.
Sign said second floor, but somehow it was hard for me to picture it, so I looked around here first and then went upstairs. But other than that small thing, which is more probably my personality than what you guys.
Hard to find this apartment or hard to find?
The library,
Library.
I didn't expect it to be.
To be on the
You know what it was?
second floor?
You know what it was too, it's because it's recessed. Because of being recessed, I'm like looking around and what you come into is this big cavey looking. So hopefully.
So this is the circulation counter, and the reserve books are right at the circulation counter.
Run things, really as efficiently as you can possibly do it.
And then we have a
And like do we start.
book drop here.
You don't have to go everywhere to get it, it's just right there. You pick it up and so while the contract person is saying everything is study.
So there's a book drop right at the circulation counter.
So we have work studies that do a lot of hours. but
The fine
they help with the process.
policy is prominently displayed.
We're gonna be approaching your level soon.
I know, but people leave and they won't replace them.
Yeah.
Again, the reserves can be checked out at the reserve counter,
Our pay for
and they
prints,
have a
is
list
right in here.
here.
You get these assessments.
In addition to recycled content, the carpet tile has a low VOC content, reducing off-gassing.
How interesting. So it's not gonna put anything up into your nostrils.
Exactly.
It hurt you, huh?
Because some people are allergic to that adhesive they use.
Glues and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So this is our paper print area for students to print color or black and white and our free copiers. And I'm building up enough money so I can maybe purchase another copy or something.
Okay, and this is the status of our bill changer too.
Well, it just goes through all of them so fast
Right.
that I can't keep up with it, and I can't keep doing accounting for it when I don't have the time, So this went down yesterday, and they called me yesterday and said, bill changer's out. I go, well, it's gotta stay out until I have time.
They've got a new value station, good. We just got one of these on the bottom floor too.
Yeah.
One of the top floor on the bottom. We saw-
So this is like the ones by our reference desk. So these are just open.
This is the library surveys I set aside for
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
surveys.
How much of
Perfect.
these get used? Quite a bit, or-
They're full all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember the last time I came, they
Yeah.
were all full.
They're full.
On our first floor, ours are pretty full a lot of the day,
Yeah.
until the very kind of, the beginning and the end sort of, it's like the old classic belt wrap. But
Sure. So.
BIN. Here's where they do the teaching.
Oh,
this is what I do
okay.
teaching. So they're Jack and Jill rooms, they're identical.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
You know,
So we've got two, we used to have two, we only have one.
Here's my ladybug. There's my ladybug.
Yeah, they're,
So how long has this been open? This building has now been what?
3
yeah.
3 years.
3 years.
Yeah.
It's nice being, it's nice, new, clean.
Yeah.
You know what's really
Yeah.
nice about this too, and I'm sure you know it, or notice it, it's so open and bright.
Yes.
Exactly.
I love
Yes.
that. That's what a library should be, in addition to the other building, but.
So we have Mary's storage here for all her stuff, but it turned into junk closet. But I mean, it is what it is, This is an area that she's supposed to use for all her paperwork and that type of thing, but.
To support the instruction?
Because we wanted to make sure it was close enough to the BI room so that she would just come here, collect her stuff and stuff. But she never uses it, so, and just.
We would definitely
It's
use
a
it.
storage room.
I haven't talked to Mary, do they do much BI?
Yeah.
I mean, especially with only
Yeah,
one
it-
full-timer
It
now.
actually picked up a lot, so, I mean, more than we expected, put it that way.
I hope,
KFC. But Devin, are you checking out their call signs too?
Oh, the call numbers?
Yeah, I like,
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice, you can slide them in and out easily.
yeah.
We can go over here, you can check out the reference desk.
And that's the casual reading area similar
that's
to our
good.
periodicals room.
God, I'm looking at, I can go sleep there right now.
It is, it's very nice over there.
This is the reference desk again.
Reference desk area, it's hard because, everybody has their own spin on
And
things.
these
so,
are the study tables, and we are on the second floor in the library.
Well, we have a handout over at the
So we
reference
have
desk,
fruit tables.
And then they can say, okay.
And then we have these
whatever,
wonderful
10B is on that side. So
singular
they can
carrels.
go, oh, 10B, they go down that aisle, that type of thing, so. It was made for ease of use, that's all.
You know what's nice too is,